So, hello everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We are very pleased today because today we're going to the movie. We are going to watch plenty of videos, and these are special videos because these are those that you have produced. And we have received 6 videos from all the different partners, and therefore we are extremely pleased that you were able to come up with 6 videos. We gave you really very little time because we compressed this training program in a few days only compared to what could be a few weeks. So first of all, congratulations to all of you. You did a great job. Now, of course, what we are trying to do always is to see how can we improve, how can we be even better, how could we really be able to share this better with our audience, how can we have people participating in the production of this video. So without any further ado, I'm going to propose you an agenda for today. So first of all, we are going to invite the different teams to present themselves. So we will select a video. So the team who recognize the video would say who was part of the team. And I would like them to have a few words from the team to let us know what you did, why you did this, when you did it, how it went, just a few words so that we have the context. After that, we will watch all together the video. And we have invited Trina Mendoza from Los Baños, Chad from Los Baños, Edmund from Los Baños also, to also give a few tips to improve and to have their professional opinion. Of course, Ayushi will be the first commenter, and then we will let the others commenting on it. So this is what we would like to do regarding the videos. As you know, this is a pilot course, and therefore we are looking for your feedback so that we can also improve. We are all improving how we can improve this course next year. So that is the program for today. And now I think the easiest is to start with the video. So I'm very pleased to be accompanied by my colleagues. So while we are watching the video, we can switch off our camera because otherwise it might take too much bandwidth for the people who are watching. So we will start with digital green SNNP. So I would like to know who is the team who prepared this video called Digital Green SNNP. So who was it? Who worked on this video?
Hello.
Menjitsu?
Yes, okay, this is Menjitsu.
Okay. So Menjitsu.
No, I'm not going to lodge in
Sorry.
Modern City. There's one here, Noom Lodge. So I've already gone there.
So Taki, are you talking to us or are you talking to someone else?
Sorry.
Okay, I'll mute Taki because, so have I understood properly that Menjitsu, you are part of the team who has produced this video? Okay, can I know who were the people who produced the video, please?
Sorry, Sophie, there is a great network problem here. That's why I'm too late. Our team includes, there are 4 teams, including me. It becomes 5. Let me introduce their name. The first one is Salomon Tasfa from SNNP, Averra Berga, Imtacho Ayele, and Welde Gabriel Jimori. So we are 5. We have 5 teams from the SNNP team. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What is SNNP?
The term SNNP refers to Southern Nation Nationalities and Peoples Region.
Sorry, do you mind repeating? S? Menjitsu?
Sophie, can I come in the SNNP is Southern
Yes,
Nationalities and the People's Region.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the video about?
Okay. I think our video focus on the interactive voice response, which is run by the ATA, Digital Green, and Ministry of Agriculture. So there is, as you know, in our country, there is a great problem in accessing the mobile advisory services for our farmers. So to solve this issue, we have tried to create a awareness creation video, which is easily accessible through or disseminated through Pico projector to enable farmers aware easily what does the Samania harassment or 1828 hotline farmers hotline service, what is transmitted through it, and so each farmers attend the video and they aware about what the when they receive this call from the ETA or Digital Green in different languages, like there are different languages within the region, so they easily aware about it. Then our video solves these awareness creation issues throughout all countries, all nations of the region. That's why we assumed we tried to prepare these awareness creation videos. Do you hear me?
Very well. So
Okay.
this video will be focusing on agriculture advisory services using mobile phone.
Yeah.
And this is part of the project South Nation Nationality of People region.
Yeah.
And you are based in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Let me add one thing.
yes.
Okay. As we know, Digital Green promotes the video-enabled extension approach, and there are different advisory services which are uh, disseminated through the IVR or interactive voice response. So we use the ATA Farmers Hotline service 1828 line. So using this line, we recorded different farming practices in different language. So jointly with ATA, we push this audio recorders in different areas. Like, let me take one example from the regions. There are different languages within the region. The one that we record the video, which is Sidama region. This is one of our area. So farmers who are engaged in this area easily know what's the term, what's the call, which is forwarded using that hotline service. So this is all about what we assume to prepare these videos.
Okay, and may I ask, will this video then be available with ATA later on?
Sorry?
The video that you're doing for the different agricultural practices, will this be available later on with ATA?
just we let me say the process that we follow. After we produce this video, just we review either this video can easily disseminated to those farmers, which is targeted by Digital Green. Then if it accepts the Warada or the Warada SMS team, it promotes or disseminates to the target farmers or Warada lines. So for this case, we use this video for the digital green video enabled services. I don't know in what way you think that, or if any team members can add, let me give the chance.
Vistum, you would like to add something?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes, please go ahead.
As Mengistu said, they are going to produce a video, but in his statement that he explained, they produce different audio materials, and using ATI's 82N8 platform, they disseminate the audio materials. But when it comes to the video, what sort of platform are they going to use? Which medium are they going to use? I think that's what your question is, Sophie.
You're right. I was wondering how the videos would be, which channel will be used for the dissemination of videos.
Okay, thank you, Fasum. We use the Pico projector or audiovisual approach channels to cascade this video to the target farmers. Do you get my point?
I think so. But we can certainly clarify things a bit later. So now maybe that we have the context, that we know it's in Ethiopia, that it's about advisory services, that you're doing this to target farmers. Let's watch the first video. So I will now switch off my camera and I will ask Francesco to share this first video of 2 minutes 50 seconds.
Okay.
Sini yacho asaben kasina murarancho asabo gamba sinomo gibrinu ministerena ETA ineti digital green foundation ineti mitte halamateni losidde gartiyo manira yannanteni sokka saysati dogonona hatte sokka saysa dogonni to mitte kitawata te asamba murati amayna 28 ne silke dawolantena daqattita silke macciishate calla timirtena rosicho adine loosone dogoti ini no woneno mutimite dogo video tamarru motele dotenni samayna 28 taw silke dawolantena anche silken kenni maraja ine mudogoti dawolante onke silke maccankira wodine macciishate ni calla la nomo ni rore tegbare tagab afile mutajida afratina adatina usil kedin albania da volanta ditika se monata olemina setta da silke setinatina enni gashalamu ate challa kiki to gosil ke da volanta wete lo sidde galti odaga da volante horo afidate kite denani kaise machishitu kitikeshitinu ta kayatini gatate alba ninke sanfono musilke hatteti da volantati hatte da volante marajauto ninke dumo wanongo mowan kodafra konne maraja lo dagan ke afidukki gatto e kodafo atemmite nenna hakku baalu ganto silken sa maccishe maccate wodde konne maraja taqqame horote ana hosisiraw gede konni dafrate samba morasino umiti horose tini silken ke giddo sante hogo batosh nokya dawolle maraja ine motiat na insomni kune dawoltano ena volante kawesil kese samana simminti ini ta kai mai da frate nera marajate o onne lo nomo gide yannante gamba sirate enu yanne kita ikase kai onni enu gadno gidu ba ekko dafo yannate gamba ne mogaranna akko gamba no mogide no raote gamba sine kuppisi nemo da frate ta nera maraja da volte yannate marajote kai
Affetto hajara tenne unoin ke genno bashon kunin ke dan fomote tatini haro ekton kete akonne unoin ke ta rositon ke akawaben kerano awalen kerano dereni tenne rosisi demo tamati demo kunne albiliteno dancha kidota kunne albiliteno tini silke da wolantan kebede kaense kanni hasambe muta ikkitanno ma oye ani homo na dancha joetena yotoda inomo loositneemmo assi'neemmo yootota maahoyye ishshi adhinoommo ani dagatero rosiiseemmo dede rosiise affaa gede kuleemmo yootota maahoyye danchate ishshi adhoommo.
Thank you, Francesco, for sharing. So I would like to have now some feedback from the team after having seen it. What do you think about that experience? How did it go? Yes, Fitsum. And then Tamu.
Thank you very much for giving me the first chance. Okay. I think this video production, it is simply, you know, when you make any sort of video for awareness creation, whatever the purpose is, there should be some sort of introduction for what purpose it is. Then I couldn't get what is the total message. I mean, as a producer, there should be some sort of introduction, then the main content, then the closing. So I haven't seen any other thing with the exception of the captions. So the reader or the viewer may not capture all those texts. So it would be more great if the producers give some sort of highlight at the very beginning, then goes to the farmers or the day's witness or their activity, then there should be some sort of closing or which highlights the main points raised within the video. So that's what it should be. I appreciate that they go to the real place and they tried to incorporate the users or the experts and the smallholders in interview or some sort of that it means that they were on that place. I appreciate that, but the way the production should be like the one I stated previously, which is introduction, then main body, then it should be a conclusion. So they just took one picture from the very beginning up to the end. So I don't think so even it is attractive and it enables them to pass their message properly. So it should be designed properly with more care so that the audience could give their attention. That's what I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fitsum, for your feedback. I was expecting more the people from the team, but I give the floor now to Abdamu.
Thank you, Sophie. Just wanted to raise, can you hear me? Yeah, just wanted to raise three things. One is about 8028 system. It is owned by Ethiopian Agricultural Transformation Institute and the Ministry of Agriculture. It is not owned by Digital Agriculture. Digital Agriculture is our stakeholder. We provide them the system whenever they want to push an alert of something that they want. Just to correct Ayala, Emangistu. The second thing is about the video. I think the video and the voice are not synced. So I was seeing just a stacked type of video. So it has to be corrected for the future. I understand this is a beginning, but when they do it another time, they have to consider this. The third thing is the subtitle. So Mengistu was saying this video is for the farmers. Which farmers? As a question, for whom they provided this video? Because the subtitle is in English. I think in Ethiopia context, there is no, I can say confidently, there is no farmer that can understand English. So they have to consider local language for the future. Overall, I think in the future they will produce a better video from the learning that they get from this training. Thank you.
Okay, so Abtamu and Fistum, you were not part of the filming team, huh?
Yeah, you mean from Digital Grid?
So you have another video. Okay. No, it's just yes, perfect. Thank you very much. So
Sophie?
Yes.
With a very great excuse. I just want to add one thing. By the way, the video editing, the training was just an introduction, though. It should be known that it was very difficult, and it is very difficult to use the editing tool because we have to introduce ourselves to the system, and all the complicated things are very hard to manage. So I just want to explain that it is well known that from all the participants as managing their time, they may have the interest to do more, but the editing is somewhat very difficult. I just want to raise that.
Thank you very much for highlighting this issue. So I would like to know if, for example, Mengitsu, do you want to tell us something about the condition in which you have been filming, the issues that you have been faced with when you have done this? Mengitsu? We have lost him. Okay. In this case, I will maybe give the floor. You have no sound. Okay. I don't know, Mengitsu, you can type in the chat, or you can, maybe what you could do in the chat is to tell me, to write the names of the people, because I captured Salomon, but I didn't capture all the names. So if you could put this in the chat, that will be nice. And you can also type in the chat the issues that you have faced. That would be really nice. So may I invite Ayushi to provide her feedback, and then I will also ask the other members who wish to do so to tell us more about what they think about the video. Thank you. Ayushi, you have the floor.
Thanks, Sophie. First of all, team SNNP, amazing. Well done considering such shortage of time. I understand so much is already on your plates and you're learning a new editing software and there's such limited time. So well done. I don't think I could have pulled it off in such a time duration. So congratulations for having a final video produced. Well done on that. I love that there was participation in this video. There were different speakers who were explaining these things step by step. I love that. I couldn't understand Amharic, but I could understand that things were mentioned in a step-by-step manner. The content was simplified. So that really worked well for me. I love that you did not just place the camera in one position. You kept taking different shots. So that was nice. I loved your establishment shot as well, where you sort of showed us where exactly this is happening. What is the relevance of this location? So that was very nicely. So that was great. And kudos to the editing. I mean, with the subtitles and clean cuts. So editing, understanding that that this was new for you and understanding that you had such a short duration, you still did a good job with the editing. So well done. I'm quite happy to see this. If I may offer some suggestions, I think this has come up already in somebody's feedback that remember we've talked about a story arc that it starts with some kind of context setting, some kind of introduction, then you highlight the problem, and then you highlight the solution. It's almost like saying that you have to make me feel thirsty so that I would want water, right? And if you just offer a solution, Menjis saying you have 3 arcs. Okay, please explain that in the chat, Menjis. So I'll be happy to hear that. So if you just offer a solution straight on without setting any context, it gets a little bit more difficult to absorb the content. So I would suggest that you highlight the problem deeply and from the point of view of the farmers. That would be nice. I couldn't quite tell whether the actors were farmers themselves or who were these speakers. Either I missed that or I couldn't understand that clearly. So it would be nice if the characters chosen were in sync with the audience. So in this case, we know that the target audience is the farmers. So getting that kind of setting and that kind of opinion from the farmer's perspective would have been nicer. Apart from that, I felt that one thing that really stood out was that when the speakers were speaking, they were very interactive, articulate. But when they were not speaking and they were still in the shot, they were just sitting with an unengaged body language. You know, they were either staring down or they were looking elsewhere, but they're still a part of the shot. So either we don't keep them in the shot at all, we take an over the shoulder, or we take a mid shot. But if there's going to be an actor involved in the shot, then they should be an active participant. So they have to be very mindful of their body language. If that's something as a director, then maybe you can give this instruction in advance so that they can be actively listening, they can be nodding or smiling, or they may be asking follow-up questions or even paraphrasing what the person is saying. That helps to sort of revise whatever information has been just given. And that helps for the audience to be able to recollect it even more. And then they have an active role in that shot. So when you write your script, it would be helpful to design it in that manner that after an important piece of information has been delivered, interacting with, they can do a follow-up on that or paraphrase it. So that sort of helps to re-establish the importance of those points. One thing I can add more is that instead of having 3 people just sit on a chair in front of a blank wall, maybe using some depth in the background, and that too in a way that is somehow connected to the subject, that helps to add a subconscious level messaging, right? I'm looking at 3 people talking. If I have the background of whatever this was about, then that subconsciously my mind starts putting the audio and the visual together. So maybe you can think about where you place the camera and where you make the actors sit. That's something you could consider. There was a good opportunity here talking about the features or what the call center. Because my video was hanging a little bit, I couldn't see the entire transition. I know that at some point you had shown a mobile screen also. It would be nice if you bring in a lot more B-roll. Are talking about, if you can support it with visuals, that would just add a lot more value. Then the target audience would not have to imagine these things. They would be able to actually see them. And it's a lot more engaging than just having people talk. It's if you can see these things, that would make it, you know, the retention will go on much higher. So maybe I understand that it's much easier said than done. You had very little time, but adding B-rolls, supporting videos, that would really help to strengthen what you were trying to say. My final feedback for you would be your subtitling. First of all, congratulations that you were able to do it in such a small time. I know. I'm assuming that you made the subtitles in English so that we could understand the subject and the conversation. So thank you so much for doing that. I'm wondering why you chose the green branding. Generally,
Ayushi, we are
still
losing
very
you.
easy.
I'm so, I don't know if it's me, but I have the impression that we are losing you, Ayushi.
You hear me?
Maybe can you remove your video because you were cut. You were coming in bits and pieces. Ayushi is gone. I think she will reconnect. Looking at Trina, Chad, and Edmund, is there something that you would like to add to Ayushi's comment? Yes, Trina.
Hi, hello. I agree with Ayushi. I'll just add. So I also liked the camera work that they did. It was very. They probably used a tripod, so that was really good. And then for me, it was. I liked that they. It was the video was straightforward. It went straight to the point to make the story just short, and so it got the message across in a matter of a few minutes, 2 minutes. And it was also, I liked the idea that they were talking, the DA and the development agents were talking with the farmer. So it was very casual, very realistic in their own where they are really located. And so I also liked the storytelling part because like what Mengistu highlighted in the chat box, I got it from the discussion that they introduced the technology, and then they talked about the benefits, and I liked the idea at the end where the number really called. So there was really a phone call that happened at the end. So that was a good idea to do an actual phone call, so that it really shows that this technology works. So yeah, those would be my comments. So I liked the video, and I appreciated that they wrote the subtitles in English for our sake so that we could understand. But yes, in the future, you can translate that into your language. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And we have also comments from chat. Chat, do you want to say something or should I read your comment? Okay, so
hello,
chat,
can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you.
Oh, I thought I was having audio problems. Anyway, the audio was actually good. This is impressive considering that you guys are filming outdoors. I think sync issue between the audio and the video was mentioned a while ago. I think that's just because Zoom isn't really a great place to stream videos in. But the audio was nice. It was clear, and I could hear the words even though I couldn't understand them. When we're doing subtitles, we have to have an objective. Are we doing this for accessibility for an international audience, because that's the point that we're going to use English subtitles, or are we doing this for accessibility of our PWD, our persons with this, our audiences with disability, like ones that are who cannot hear very well? That's when we use the local language. So we both work. Yeah, subtitling in the local language works. Subtitling using the English language works. We just have to know why we are doing it in the first place. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chad. And I am grateful that Mengitsu had the subtitles done in English, because it was for us, so we could know what it was talking about. And it was a good exercise to actually use subtitles. So Edmund.
Yeah, congratulations to the group. I think you were able to demonstrate the very essence of what a participatory video is. You were able to include the farmers and DA officials it would be better if you really involve them in the planning or in the script writing process. And I hope you were able to do that, no? So I agree with the comments of the other trainers. If there is something that you can improve for future projects, all throughout the video, I noticed that there are just 3 people talking or discussing about the topic. What you did is excellent. No, you did different camera angles, not just on one position or on one shot. However, next time, probably you can include some pictures or some photos about what is being discussed by the speakers on the video. Because sometimes if we are looking at them, let's say for a whole 2 minutes or 3 minutes, it might be a bit dragging for the other viewers. So it would be best if we can show them some examples through visuals also. So I guess that's it for my comments, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much. So congratulations to the team of SNNP. So we will now go to the next video because we are taking some time, so we try to make it a bit shorter for the next one. It's also a video from Digital Green, and this video is called Digital Green 2, and it has 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So I would like to know who were the people who worked on this Digital Green 2 video. Please let me know. Raise your hand, open your mic. The floor is yours. Taki?
Hi. Am I loud and clear? Yes, I tasked Max to take over from me because I was on a motorbike going to the field, and you know, communication was breaking down up and down, so I didn't actually follow what is going on. But all the same, we just stepped down, so I will just brief you on the video that I share. And it's for the producers organizations in Ghana, GAFAP, which is sponsored by the FAO. And we are looking at farmers who are involved in organic food production and dry season vegetable farming, and also providing additional livelihood like beekeeping into their landscape in order to protect the forest and other livestock. So it's a short video. I took it with my phone, and I sent a video last night. Okay, so thank you very much.
Sorry, we received 2 videos from GAFA.
Yes,
so,
yes.
So Mark, you have another one.
Yes, so the first video named GAFAP's training video is also mine. Okay. And I tried my hands on at least presenting a case for microbial fertilizer, that is organic fertilizer, that is being introduced in the Upper East region. So that is also from our end. Because we're not in the same locations, we decided that we would do it. And also, this is also the very first time we are also engaged in the editing. And so you would realize that in the videos, there's definitely more room for improvement, but at least we're able to at least cut and also attach the videos together. Thank you so much.
Okay, so this is good. So as I couldn't hear from the people from Digital Green, let's, Francesco, is it possible to start with the GAFA? Yes, so now we will watch GAFA training.
What that is coming out from the microbial organic fertilizer that we just applied. We started and we apply it, and when we just nurse it and it was going up, then got some time, we put it again, and in fact it was very effective. And we have different type of crops here. As you can see, the pepper is there, and the onions, and the other vegetables are there. And within 2 to 3 weeks, then we apply. It's a different crop that we have used the microbial, and it's going well. As we could see, the beta is here, they're very nice and they gain energy and they're growing fast. Addition, this one of them that's being that we just put there and it's very good, it's healthy. So the Macrobia organic fertilizer is very good and effective. As we started, after weeding the area, water the area and apply it with it, and it's going very well.
Okay, so we have now seen this first video. I will immediately maybe open the floor to, is Ayushi back? Otherwise, yes, okay, great. So Ayushi, could you please provide us with your feedback?
Yes, absolutely. So again, congratulations. Very short and crisp and sweet. It gets the point across. So that was nice. I like the location in which you have positioned the video. So that's fantastic. It just gives complete context. You're talking about fertilizer application and what its impact is going to be, and it's happening right there in the field. So kudos on location selection as well. I love that the farmer had an instrument with them, so it's pretty hands-on. It's connecting with the audience immediately. I really like that. I also love that you were able to show a demonstration, not just conversation, but there was something happening as well. So I really like that. My video was going on and off, so I'm not sure if I could understand the transitions between the shots correctly, but it looked like the editing has happened really well. So well done on that. I saw that there was a watermark thing going on. I'm assuming that when you use the actual version of the editing software, that's not going to happen. The audio clarity was nice. Again, it was an outdoor. I'm assuming there would have been wind, etc., and some external noises, but well taken care of. So good location selection, even in that sense. Well done. If I have to add any suggestions to this, the video just started with a man standing in front of the camera and immediately went into explanation about the application of the fertilizer. I would love it if we can add some kind of context setting, some establishing shots, especially kind of shots that can highlight the problem. Why is there a need for this fertilizer application, or what is really happening in the farmland? What is the soil like? What's going on? If there's some context before the actual conversation just starts, that helps to set up, that helps to get me into that frame of mind where I would want to listen to what solution you're offering. So maybe moving forward, if you could add some of those establishing context in your storyline, that would be great. Another thing was that in the shot in the beginning, when the farmer is talking, I felt that the camera was moving around quite a bit. There was a lot of panning happening, some tilting happening, left to right, up to down. You may not necessarily want to do that because it takes away the attention from the content, because it's visually distracting to other things. So you may want to keep your camera static when the person is talking. If you want to show other things that are relevant to the conversation, I would say that you take some B-rolls, take some extra footages of the plant, of the soil, or of the application, the process, etc. And then you overlap it with the audio that's going on. So that helps to keep a certain consistency, is able to relate with what is being said versus what is being shown. So instead of moving the camera around while a conversation is happening, I would recommend using the second mechanism. Sorry. And also, my final suggestion to you is that don't shy away from moving your tripod around. In this particular video, it felt like the camera and the tripod has been fixed in one place, and from that particular spot, we were taking all different shots. So I would say that feel free to move your camera around, bring it closer, change the angles, bring it down to the ground level, because you're talking about the soil and the plants, and what I would like to see the richness of the plants or what is happening. So yeah, just feel free to move your camera around. Don't just keep it fixed in one location. And Yatashita is right. The story arc could have been stronger because you highlight the context, the problem, and then come down to the solution. It just becomes more acceptable. It makes me want to adopt this practice because the problem is highlighted strongly. So yeah, these are some of the suggestions from my side. You've done a fantastic job again, and I'm pretty sure it's just going to get better from here. So well done, very well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayushi, and thank you, Mark, for the video. Are there comments from Trina, Chad, or Edmund? I'm just asking participants, if you have comments about the video, can you please try to put this in the chat?
Okay.
So I will give the trainers the possibility to comment the technical aspect. Thank you so much. So Trina, Chad, or Edmund? Yes, Trina.
Just very quickly. So I agree with Ayushi with all that you said. The demonstration was great. Seeing all of the actual being in the field. I would just suggest they could have other variety of shots when they're talking about the plants. So maybe have a close-up shot of the plants. So that is how the editing will be with how Chad explained it to you, how you can incorporate the other shots within the main interview. So you could add the supporting shots or the cutaway footage as the host is talking. So that would just be my my additional suggestion for the team. But very good, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. There is also a comment from Chad. I know that many mentioned the watermark issue, and actually Chad never experienced that before. So he believes that this is a regional issue, and because he's from Southeast Asia, and you don't have that issue when you are in Southeast Asia. So he is suggesting to download a VPN and to pretend that you are in Southeast Asia and not in Africa, and maybe this way you will not have the watermark issue. But if you want to add something, Chad, feel free to add something while speaking. Okay, and Edmund is saying that he likes particularly the demo in the field. Okay, so we would like to actually see the second video from Ghana. So let's watch this, and I am asking Francesco if he can share the third video, which is the video from Ghana. Thank you.
The Forest and Farm Facility Project of the FAO, the Ghana Federation of Forest and Farm Producers, GAFAP, which is operating in Ghana in 3 ecological zones, have been involved in several activities in farming and restoring degraded lands. During the peak dry season, farmers are engaged in vegetable production to support them as an additional option for dry season vegetable, which is in connection with the GAFAP green market production for all year round. And they are also involved in other trainings like preparing pest insecticide in spraying and compost fertilizers to support having organic vegetables and also eating healthy food. Aside that,
They are also into seed preservation and having a seed bank for all year round, where people can have access to seed and additional livelihood options like beekeeping. That also help in protecting the forest from wildlife and also bushfires. Thank you for watching this video and hope to share more in our next episode. Thank you.
Great. So this video was taken by Paul, Takikwame Paul. Do you want to tell us a few things about this video, or do you prefer to hear immediately the comments from Ayushi?
Hi.
Yes, Paul, we can.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so like I said, I took the short whilst I was going to the field, and I would like to hear more comments on how to improve on the video and other things as well. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So Ayushi, I think Mark is quite keen to hear from you.
Yeah, well done again. And I understand that you made it from your mobile phone, if I'm not mistaken. So, wow. What really stood out to me was that you took so many different shots. There was a lot of content. It was just relating with what the audio was about. There was a variety. There were activities, there were people, there were different locations. I loved that. I absolutely loved that. I thought that the voiceover audio was clean. So well done on that. I thought that the editing was really nice. Very well put together. My video was hanging a little bit. So again, I'm not being able to comment on the transitions, but it looked very neat. So that was great. I have a question for you before I'm able to comment further. I want to know that what was the objective of this video and who was it made for? Paul, if you can hear me.
Hi, I think the line is breaking. Can you come again?
I'm asking what was the purpose of this video? What were you trying to achieve? And who was this made for?
Yes, the purpose of the video is to project our activity on the website, because there are people who like to see videos showing in our website where they can also go there and download the kind of intervention that is happening in Ghana.
Got it. So this was not for the community. It was not for the farmers.
So we as a federation, it's also for the farmers as well, because they can also share with their colleagues and also, have a look of what is happening in other landscape, because for Ghana, we have 3 big landscapes. So what is happening in transition will be shared with the forest, and the forest as we keep learning. So like Mash showed the other one, which is microbial fertilizer. There are others that are also doing composting. Those are also involved in cow dung. So these are areas of interventions with different project area where people are doing different value chain and different type of farming. So that is how it's supposed to be. Thank you.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. All right. So when one is generally making a video that's talking about the success of a project or talking about what an organization is doing, what really helps is connecting it with a call to action in the end. So we're saying that, hey, look, this is all the good work that's happening. This is all that we've been doing. And then to complete that, what do you want the audience to do? What would you like them to do? Why are you telling them about this, right? So it's helpful to add what to do. A call to action is what we call it. So it'd be great if you can add something like that towards the end. So maybe it's like, come join us in this movement, or contact your nearest or reach out to the website anything like that. So that then what am I going to take away from this?
Okay.
And I loved all those different varieties of shots that you've taken. One piece of advice would be that I don't know if you were using a tripod for this, or I'm sorry, just shooting it with hand. It looked very steady, but maybe just keep the camera straight, because I could see a lot of time it was quite tilted. So if you just check on the bubble on your tripod, you'd be able to get it straight. So it's just, for somebody like me who just obsesses over details, it's a little distracting because my mind keeps going to, oh, look, it's tilted, right? Just focus a little bit on that, because the shots, otherwise, they looked really nice. Another thing maybe I can suggest is that even if you're shooting on your mobile phone, always use the landscape mode and not the portrait mode. It's just better aesthetics. It helps to get the consistency and visual bandwidth when you're using a landscape versus a portrait. So maybe that's something you can work on. What in terms of the story, one little suggestion would be, if again, I think this is a repeated feedback for everybody, that if we start with what's wrong or what's difficult, what is it that organization or the practice or the technique is going to address? What is it that we are going to solve for? First, when we highlight that, then it becomes a lot more acceptable, and the audience curiosity always increases. So maybe starting with that and then coming to, there's a simple technique of why, what, and how. So why are we doing this? What's going to be done, and how that's going to be done, or how that's being happening. If we just follow that, it just adds, it makes more value and sense to the audience. So even if you could start with something like that in a story like this, that would really make it even more impactful. So yeah, that's all from my side. I'm seeing some questions coming in, Sophie, from the.
So can I have maybe a chat? Do you want to intervene? Chat.
Nope,
Trina?
I just answered Benjit's question. Benjit had a question in the chat. I could answer it. It's not really that important.
Okay, and Trina, do you want to comment?
I also agree with Ayushi, and I like the variety of shots and adding the photos. It was very interesting. And also the narration, it really helped to provide context on what was. It was very easy to understand. The video was very easy to understand. And aside from what Ayushi mentioned earlier about call to action, it was also interesting, and it was nice that he also added something like, please look forward to the next video. So it was like, that they would make it a practice or a habit. So that was nice that they wanted to adopt this practice. So that's all. Thanks.
Edmund.
Right, I have a comment. Again, this feedback is for everyone. So please take note that we are creating a participatory video. Now, in all of the videos that we will be producing, if the organization is part of that group or part of that community, then it's quite acceptable. But to make it more participatory, we can involve our target stakeholders. Like, for example, I heard a while ago that it's intended for the community or for the farmers. So we can think in our script on how are we going to involve them or make them part of our production. No, so Ayushi a while ago mentioned about something about call to action. Perhaps one way of involving our stakeholders is for them, you ask them to say something on how are they going to be involved or what they can do with regards to the process being discussed. So take note, the key word here, always here, is participatory and participation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is a really great comments, and this will help really to improve all of us in the future. So now we were going to go to the next video, the one of Digital Green, which is called Digital Green 2. So if the persons who were part of this Digital Green 2 can say who they are, that would be nice. So, and if I don't see anything, we will just start watching the video. So Francesco, you can go.
የምትከፍቱትን መልዕክት ለሁሉም እንድታዳርሱልኝ መልዕክት ፈቃደኛ ነኝ። የራ ወረዳ ቆራጣ ቀበሌ የምትገቡ እባላለሁ። ሞዴል አልሰደድ
ስሜ ኃይለማርያም መንግስቴ እባላለሁ። የደራ ወረዳ ቆራጣ ቀበሌ ግብርና ባለሙያ ነኝ። ያችን ማወራ ሞዴል አርሶ አደራችን ነሽ። ብዙ በርካታ ስራዎችን ሰርተሻል። እንደው እነዚህን ስራዎችን እንዴት እንደሰራሽ እንደው ብትገልጪልኝ።
በርሜል ኮምፖስት ያንታጅ ወደ በርሜል ኮምፖስት አዘጋጁ። አሁን ቀይ ስር፣ ቆስጣ እያለማው እገኛለሁ። ቲማቲም ማለት ነው። በዚያ እንዲያውም አዚያ ማጥረፌ በቆሎ ሁላ የተጠቀምኩ በዚሁ ነው። በርሜል ኮምፖስት በመጠቀሜ የዳባሪያን ወጪ ቀንሶልኛል። በርሜል ኮምፖስት በማምረቴ ቆስጣ፣ ሰላጣ፣ ቀይ ስር እያመረቱ ከፍተኛ ገበያ ቲማቲም በማምረቴ በዚህ ኮምፖስት በበርሜል ኮምፖስት በጣም ከፍተኛ ምርት አግኝቼ ደስተኛ ሆኛለሁ።
ጥቅሞችን ነግረሽኛል። እንደው ሌሎች አርሶ አደሮች ሲያዩት ምን ይሉሻል?
አርሶ አደር ማየት ማመን ነው አሉ።
እንደው ሌሎች አርሶ አደሮች ምን አይነት መልዕክት ትናገሪያለሽ?
ለእኔ ሆነው ሁሉም ሀገር ይለወጥ፣ ካሙት የተምረን እንደዚህ አድርገን ሰራነ።
Hello.
Yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes, Nebi, we can hear you. So you were part of the team who produced this video.
Yeah. My team was I am David Nebiyu and Gavrecha Cole. So this video is actually the purpose of producing this video is just a farmer's witness for the practice of vermicompost practice. We do have a success story in the written part. We want to add some video recordings for the 2 minutes. So the purpose is a farmer's witness for the practice of a vermicompost practice. That's why we all produce. And
okay, so this was about the vermicompost production, and so to show to farmers how this was done. So I will now open the floor to Ayushi so that she can provide suggestions for improvements, but also the fact that you did quite a good video also showing really the little worms. Okay, Ayushi.
Thanks, Sophie. So just one clarification, Nevi. So this was supposed to be, the content was about why vermicompost, or how is it made, or was it like a testimonial video about somebody sharing their success? Can you please help me understand that?
It is a testimonial video, somebody's success, So a model farmer just witnessing about she is using the vermicompost for the different vegetables, the tomato and others.
Right. So thank you for sharing that. So it was the lady was the one who was a successful farmer, and what was the role of the man?
The role of the man who is an agricultural person or the development agent is asking to give her witness.
I'm sorry, can you help me understand that better? The man was?
The person was an agricultural person, the development agent. He is just asking the question how she is using the vermicompost and what is the benefit of the vermicompost.
Okay, understood. Okay, so and he was asking her about her experience using the vermicompost. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah. Initially, I was wondering that if the video is about vermicompost, I was thinking, why don't we see the process in itself? But now that makes sense. This is more like a success story. Okay, great. Very well done, first of all. So many shots, so many diverse shots. I don't know how you got the time to do all of this so soon, but very well done. I love the location was fantastic. It was, it showed the results of the application of the vermicompost. So good, healthy plants. So that was very well thought of. I also loved how you had the footage of the actual vermicompost, the woman using it and I don't know, mixing it, those kind of shots that looked very relevant. Well done. I wish that we had more of these shots during the film, not just in the beginning, but during, and then maybe smaller snippets of the lady applying the vermicompost, or maybe closer shots of the plants, and perhaps, if possible, even then a comparative, like photographs of plants that are not doing so well without the vermicompost. So it would be nice to see that. So then the audience is able to really appreciate the growth that happens. So, contrasting, comparing these kind of techniques really help when we want to show success, because there is a challenge and the challenge has been overcome because of this practice, and therefore there is success. So it's helpful to add those kind of footages. I was a little worried about the shots in which the DA and the farmer are talking, and you could see that they're not talking to the camera, but they're talking away from the camera. If this was supposed to be an off-camera kind of shot, then probably just looking a little bit to the side of the camera would have been nice. Or you could have had both of them in the frame as a mid shot to show the conversation. Possibly using over-the-shoulder shots would have also been nice. That would have, it looked a little bit awkward in the way that this was done. So maybe you could try changing that. Another thing is that when somebody's talking, I would recommend not moving the camera around too much. Just keep the camera steady, let them do their talking. And if you want to show other things, as I think we've said this in the past as well, take another B-roll and then just impose it with the audio instead of moving the camera around while the conversation is going on. And otherwise, if there is nothing else that you want to show, I would just say start recording and leave the camera alone. Don't bring in unnecessary movements there. So that just makes it smoother. Yeah, that's it from my side, but congratulations on the location, on the subject connection, on all the extra shots. I love that it began with the vermicompost footages. So well done, fantastic.
Thank you, Ayushi. Trina, Chad, Edmund, is one of you wishing to share his comments? I think there was some problem of synchronization of voice and video, but I don't know whether it's due to our internet or whether it's in the video itself.
Yeah, I think it's an internet issue because I tried to watch it in Google Drive and downloaded it. It works perfectly, actually.
Okay. So
Zoom usually does this. Zoom is not really a great platform for video streaming.
So
It's
I also
okay.
agree. I also agree that with the comments of Ayushi, if there is something that you can improve on next time, probably you can direct the actors to look at the camera or to appear like they are discussing the topic with the viewer so that it will become more relatable and the participants or the viewers will be engaged. No, I really like the music incorporated at the beginning. In Zoom, no, I didn't hear anything at the start, but when I went back to the video in Google Drive, I can finally hear there's some music at the beginning and at the end. So it establishes the setting of the video. Good job on that.
Trina?
I agree with Edmund and Ayushi. It's a good that you did a success story. So it really highlights one of the strengths of participatory video. And also I agree with the shots, very good shots. Yeah, I agree also with initially I thought that the man and the woman were in separate locations. It seemed like that. Because they were, yeah, so it would be good. I agree with Ayushi if you could shoot them together doing like an interview type or they're talking, so that would make more sense rather than they look like in two separate shots. But that would be all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If someone could put in the chat who was part of the team that produced this video, that would be very nice. So now we are going to change country. We are going to Kenya. So Francesco, are you ready to make us discover the video from Kenya? Yes.
Majina naitwa Anton Koech, nasimamia kikundi cha Secure Youth Vision ambaye kwa saa hii tunafundisha value of peace, ambao tumefika siku ya 3 na tunaendelea masomo mzuri. Tumeelimika vizuri kuhusu hiyo maneno ya value of peace. Tumefundisha mambo ya gender, decision making na vitu zingine mingi. Hii miradi ni miradi ya kutunza mije. Hii miradi ilianza mwaka wa 2011 mpaka saa hii tunaendelea na tumeangalia vile tumebadilisha climate change. Climate change imeleta hewa safi, hata tunauza miti hapa miche kwa watu hapa karibu na wamebadilisha mashamba yao. Tena tunafanya mambo ya agroforest. Ya agroforest tena imeleta mabadiliko ya hali ya anga katika majirani zetu. Kwa Secure Youth Vision tunatengeneza miti kama cypress, eucalyptus, wale africanus, wabukia na matunda kama tree tomatoes, passion fruits na mengine mengi. Kwa hii miradi tulikuwa tunataka tubadilishe maisha ya vikundi, maisha ya kila mwanachama aweze kuenda kufundisha hii maneno kwake. Na kitu ingine tunaweza pata kuongeza mapato. Kiuza sasa mapato inaweza ongezeka kulingana na season ya mvua. Unajua hapa kwetu mvua inaweza enda chini, inaweza enda juu. Sasa saa zingine kaona ni heri tupande miti na kufundisha wengine ndio wajue mambo ya kubadilisha mambo ya anga. Hivi sana kutokana na FAO tunashukuru sana wao kwa sababu sisi tumepata kufundisha mambo ya tree management techniques kuhusu ile mikakati ya kutunza miti mpaka ikuwe mtu mzuri, na tunaona sasa hii mambo ya kutunza miti tunashukuru hawa juu wametusupport sisi tueneze ujuzi kwa wengine. Kutengeneza miti ni kitu mzuri. Namwambia vijana wetu kuja tufundishe sisi hii kazi, tuendelee pamoja na hao juu in future watachukua hii ushukani ya kutunza miji.
Okay, so this was the video from Kenya, and from what I could read in English, it's the tree management techniques. So do we have the person from Kenya who has done this? Damaris, was it you?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am Damaris from Kenya, and I am under the FF SPAC, which is the Farm Producer Smallholder Association of Kenya, which has under it has the affiliate associations. So the video is a member of that affiliate association known as the Sigor Youth Group, and it is it doesn't have subtitles. Apologies for that. It is in Swahili. His name is Anthony. He's a member of a youth association. So it is mainly a success story because he is part of a youth group that deals with tree nursery establishment. So he's explaining how it started, and it also has gender inclusion in it because at the end he was talking about calling the youth to join in their association and the management practices. And also in the end, he also thanked the FAO because there is another project that they've been supported by the FAO in terms of tree management. So basically that is all about it. And we did the work with Martin Binot. Yeah, we did the production with him. So thank you. And I look forward to the feedback. And also, yes, thank you.
Thank you, Damaris. Were you alone filming and producing it, or you were accompanied by some colleagues?
Yes, we were with Martin Binot. His name is Martin.
Okay.
Yes.
So thank you very much for giving us the explanation about the context of this video. So now I'm inviting Ayushi and also the other colleagues to provide their feedback. Thank you, Ayushi.
Thanks, Sophie. First of all, congratulations again. Very well done. It's amazing to see that you have come up with such detailed videos in such a short time. So congratulations on all the effort, first of all. I loved that the location was perfect for this. It was talking about it was giving a very real kind of a connection to the audience. So that was really nice. I also loved the fact that there was a prop that was brought in, the tree management, that thing that was really nice, very smartly done. One thing I had in mind was that I'm seeing this again and again, and so I'd like to reiterate this is why do you feel the need to move around the camera when a particular person is talking? Is it because you want to show several things that is related to what they're saying? Is that what your objective is, or is it because you like movement? Is that behind it? I'm a little curious to understand that because it takes away the attention from the content. Subconsciously, I'm distracted by the movements, and you don't necessarily want to do that, especially if technical things are being discussed. So I would say that once you press the record button, just let the camera be. Don't move it around so much. It gets a little distracting. Another thing I would like to suggest is that, and I've seen that Fikruz also mentioned this, the rule of the third, about keeping the subject in 1/3 and then using the remaining to set the context, to show something in the background. I know that it was happening in some cases, but again, I think because the camera kept on moving, so we kept on losing the third space as well. So if you have a nice background like this, feel free to employ the rule of third and maintain that consistency in the entire shot. There were two opportunities in this video. I'm not sure if there were any cuts because my video kept lagging, so I couldn't tell whether there were cuts happening. You could have taken different shots. I don't know if you actually did that. I'm so sorry, I couldn't tell, but you could have taken different shots, taken different angles, gone from a mid to a close-up. And you could have started with an establishing shot and then actually had the conversation happening. So that helps at several levels. It helps with bringing a little diversity, so the interest is continuously maintained, and it also helps to bring the focus on that particular thing, right? So for instance, when the tree chart was being shown, you could have used a different angle or a different shot kind. So that would help to bring more focus to that on that. And one more thing was that, yes, there was a lot of opportunity for using B-roll here. You could have used some extra footages that would have helped to strengthen exactly what this gentleman was saying. That would just help to add more detail to it, more context to it. So maybe you can, I understand that time was short, but moving forward, maybe using a lot of B-roll would be helpful. So yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you very much, Yushi. I'm looking at Trina, Edmund, and Chad. Do you wish to add anything to what Ayushi said?
Yeah, if I can go first.
Yes, please, Edmund.
Right. So am I correct? The video is about the tree management process or group, the one projected on the poster.
Yes.
Right. So if it's the main content, probably the viewer will be interested in the process. So maybe you can add or you can cut to the different processes. I noticed that there are diagrams in the chart. So maybe you can focus them. Instead of the narrator or the the speaker holding it, probably you can post it somewhere. If you're outdoors, maybe on a tree, or ask someone to hold it for you so that it's quite more stable, so that the viewer can see it more effectively. Other than that, I thought the video is very crisp, no, in terms of the quality of the video. It's very nice. Thank you.
Good. So we have a last video to watch. So let's go to Ethiopia and to see the production of Ati. So people from Ati, get prepared to say something after the video. Yes, Francesco.
AT28 Farmers Hotline is an IVR SMS comprehensive system designed to provide audio-based up-to-date information to smallholder farmers, DA, and experts. The system has multi-functions with more than 5 service modules. Among them, the first one is a hotline service module, which is a pre-recorded version of the extension package where callers can get access to it anytime, any day. The help desk is also another module of the system that allows users to forward their questions and receive answers from the nearby local experts using 5 local languages. This support to enable smallholder farmers to get immediate expert-led support while they are on their farmland in a timely manner. In the 8-year service journey, the system has had more than 62.5 million total calls with 6.1 million registered callers. To achieve this milestone, the project team has been providing consecutive training to the DAs and experts and regional bureaus of agriculture. In return, the DA and experts were engaged in training the smallholder farmers when they move around Warada and the Kabbales for different activities. Moreover, the project team has been conducting several marketplace demonstrations and radio advertisements campaigns to generate more users to the system. In Ethiopia, currently, there are different digital agricultural tools which are operated by different institutions. We have seen AT28 HI's digital tool as an example, but there are also many organizations who are providing different information using different mediums like video, audio, animation, etc. So it's time to integrate all those different lessons and different digital tools and provide simple, easy, and understandable information to the experts and smallholder farmers. Sophie, may I add something before we...
Yes, actually, you are the producer, so you have the floor, of course.
Thank you very much. By the way, Doom has its own limitations. You know why I said? Because when we produced the video, there was an introductory audio at the very beginning, which is a ringtone. So we placed that ringtone at the very beginning of the video because we just want the audio to guess that the audio or the documentary is all about the call or something. So they will ask themselves before they go deep into the system. Anyways, the target audience is our stakeholders, that those who work on the agriculture sector. So we tried to explain what 8028 is, what its features are, how many users we have. So we tried to explain all those things. Then we go secondly to raise the issue of more collaboration and the issue of developing additional content, because 8028 is an audio-based system, so we need to incorporate video based on that, video-based tools on the system. So it is just a call for our stakeholders that it's known that ATA is working with many stakeholders, with many organizations. So the number of people who are using smartphones in Ethiopia is increasing day by day. In fact, there is no significant, it's not that much significant, but it is better to prepare ourselves for more other different approaches instead of sticking to the audio productions and audio advisory. So we are just calling our stakeholders. So that's how we produced this documentary. On the top of it, we tried to use the availed editing software. So we tried all our best to first to learn the editing tool, then to add our own video shots. You may see on the last part a comment which is given by me or Fichu. The video shot was it is not a land, it's a landscape, so it should be wide, but we just put it as it is because the more we learn, the more we thought that we are left with many things. We have to incorporate many things, but we try to synchronize the audio with the picture. We try to add different things, but we hope that we try to implement what we have learned from the lesson, and it was a very fantastic time we have had. Anyways, thank you.
Shall I add something?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess Abtanu, you were working with Fitzum, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us.
So,
we'll listen to you.
As Fitzum explained, actually, when we produced this video, we were on a field for another training. So we didn't get a time even to navigate through the software as much as we wanted. So this is one of our limitations. But when we come to the software itself, we have when we edit the software, the video, there are captions, different captions on the free version. But after finalizing the video, when we export it, it will not catch what we have did on the software. So this is the problem on the free version of the Filmora software, video editing software. Over to you.
Thank you for sharing also the difficulties that were encountered and that you were trying to actually test a few things. So I open the floor to Ayushi and other colleagues for their comments. Ayushi.
First of all, well done. I loved the diversity that has been brought in, different perspectives, so many people involved. It's showing the complete picture of this application. So well done on that. You brought in different perspectives to light in this. Lots of diverse shots taken. What's it? You said you had gone for a training, and did you incorporate shots from that training in this film, or did you just happen to have these footages in advance?
Yes, we have taken footages from the training. Abtamu was the trainer.
Fantastic, great. Yeah, so love the whole diversity that you brought in with this. Love the screen sharing part as well. I don't know if there was any music in this, but the audio was quite clean. It was very nicely done. I had a couple of questions. I don't know if it was the audio glitch of Zoom or not, but I heard some audio overlaps in between. There was this one shot where there's a woman standing in the field and she's talking. So I don't know whether I could, because I could hear her audio as well as the audio of the voiceover. So
Yeah, right,
was,
Aisha. Yeah,
right,
right.
right.
We made it purposely just to show the audience a real sound.
You wanted to show what? Sorry, say that again.
We wanted to show the audience, the witnesses, that the farmers have to be heard. That is why we added that.
Okay, great, great. Yeah, but that was a good perspective. But what was happening is that I couldn't really understand what the lady was saying because there was also voiceover happening in the background. And I don't know whether that was a film issue or is that a Zoom issue? I don't know, but I could hear two audios at once. And similarly, even when the training was going on, I could hear some training voices as well, along with the voiceover. So it was difficult for me to focus on any one of the audios. So maybe when, if you want to show some ambient sound, maybe at that point there can be a pause in the voiceover and then the actual ambience sound can take over and then that can fade out and then you can continue with the voiceover. So that helps to keep the attention clear. Similarly, if there's, let's say when the lady was talking, then we should have paused our voiceover there, or we should have finished our voiceover and then have her start talking. While she can continue showing some actions while the voiceover is going on, and then eventually continue into her own voice. So overlapping audios, you have to be very careful about because then the messaging is very confused. Maybe that's what you can look at. There was this one other shot, and again, I don't know whether it was a Zoom issue or not, but in the very beginning, there was a cutaway. When the screen sharing was happening, there was a cutaway to another, I think it was farmers or somebody, I couldn't clearly identify, but that just happened for like a second or less than a second, and then we came back to the screen again. So I don't know whether that was a glitch, because it looked like a glitch. It didn't look like that footage was placed there intentionally. And if it was placed there intentionally, then you'd probably like to have it longer. And I couldn't understand the correlation because I wasn't understanding why it was there. So if you wanted to put in cutaway shots, then have them at least for a considerable duration, so that one can at least relate with it and then come out of it back to the original video. So that's one thing you can work on. In terms of the interview of the man against the white wall, I didn't understand who this person was and what perspective they were trying to bring. So there could be two ways. I don't know if I've missed this because I had a lot of audio and video glitch. It would be nice to either put in a slide where you're introducing who this person is, so we know where this perspective is coming from, or they can introduce themselves in their beginning. So that sort of helps us understand, okay, who is this person who is talking about this? So it helps us understand the perspective. So that is one thing. The second thing is that even when there's an interview going on, it is always an opportunity for visual connect. So there are two ways to do the visual connect. One is to keep overlapping their content with the video, that's like a B-roll that complements whatever they're saying. And the second, if that is not possible, is that every time we shoot an interview against a wall, it is an opportunity lost, because we've closed any kind of visual hints that were possible. We've just put a flat wall behind them. So if you were just choosing the right location, maybe this could have been with the participants of training in the background or the training hall, or I don't know what location this was in, but try to use that opportunity of interview also with some kind of a background, so it helps to connect with the subject and the story. It is a huge opportunity that subconsciously plays in my mind as an audience, so you could do that.
Okay, you mean instead of the wall, it is better to make it some sort of farmland? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a farmland or anything that the subject is related to.
Oh, okay, thank you. Good.
Opportunity, right? So let's use that opportunity. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Haptam was saying that there was a subtitle. Then I'm sure my glitch made me miss that.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay. And one part, and I've been talking like a broken record on this now, is that we started with the screen sharing and we started talking about the features of the application. I would have loved it if, again, we had some context, some kind of a problem identification, that what is this solving? What is the problem? Why do we need this? If we started there, then my interest would be even deeply involved in this. I'd be more curious about it. So when you're constructing your storyline, when you're talking about your script, thinking about your script, maybe start one step back and think about what is the question that this solution is answering, and start with that. So that helps to bring a stronger connect that piques my curiosity to want to watch this video. But fantastic, well done. Lots of perspectives brought to life and great shots. Well done.
Thank you very much. I'm also learning. I'm learning from all the feedbacks, and I guess that most of the participants do, because what you're saying for one could be good for another one in the future. So let me ask Trina, Chad, and Edmund, would you like to add something to what Ayushi said, or this was quite comprehensive?
Yeah, it's quite comprehensive, Sophie. And I also posted my comments. I hope the group read the comments page, the section. Congratulations to the team.
Yeah, maybe you can read the last comment that you put, so people will...
All right. Okay. So I like how the group used different shots. There are a variety of shots, and it's really engaging to see. The audio is also very clear. I also agree with the comment of Ayushi that about the background. And also, I think you used the portrait mode, no? A while ago, Ayushi mentioned also to use the landscape or probably similar aspect ratio as the other shots so that it would be more clear. About the ring that Fisto mentioned a while ago, I watched it in Google Drive and it really caught my attention, the ring at the start of the video. So it's a very good use of that. And what else? So again, how are we going to make it more participatory in terms of engaging our target audience? So that's a challenge for the group. So that's it. Very well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, I am quite aware that we have reached already a few minutes ago the end of our session of today. However, I would like first to congratulate everybody. And when I say everybody, it's not only the participants, but it's also all the trainers who have been with us during these 4 days of session. Because it's a lot of work behind the screen. There is also the team who was working with me, and Uloma and Francesco. We have done this very quickly, but this was possible because of ComDev Asia. So I'm quite pleased also to have this collaboration between the two Communication for Development initiative, which is the one from Africa, YenKasa Africa, and the one from Asia and Pacific, ComDev Asia. So I think this has been a very good experience that we will continue next year. And this is why we would like to ask you participants, you, the video producer, to give us your feedback. So of course, you have all the evaluation forms, but I wanted to just take a few minutes more to have your open feedback about this course, because it was done in a very short time. It was only 4 sessions. As you could have seen, what was done in Asia was a lot longer and it was more weeks. So I was just wondering, how was it to have it concentrated like this, and was it enough for what you have done? Yes, Mark.
Hi, Sophie, and hi, everybody. I think it went very well, especially given the limitation of time. But I guess one area I would have wanted some more work around was the use of the Filmora app, because that's where we can have a deeper dive into how to use the app in terms of editing. And I must say, I've had to really go deeply in terms of trying out the various options of the app. But of course, I'm really not there yet. So if we could get, for instance, in a future update, some deeper dive into how the app operates and the various operational areas, I think we would have done much better. Apart from that, the very short session has really provided us a deeper understanding into the video and the participation videos and how we can use them. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you very much. Just for you, if you haven't seen it yet, we have Chad was really great because he made a new video on Filmora explaining the different options that were available. And it is about 20 minutes video. I watched it. I really liked it. And it is on the Google site. So if you haven't seen it yet, please watch it. It's great. But point taken, editing is not easy, and we should spend some more time. I see Fistum.
Yeah, Sophie, I just want to add one comment. As I said earlier, we have a training, so our time is running out. But I want to say one thing. The first and the most thing is that I really want to give my heartfelt, my respect for you that for creating this wonderful opportunity that you gave us a very good lesson that everyone can do good things that could bring real change in the society by developing different contents. So this training was the most remarkable one, I could say that. So thank you very much. All the lessons, all the approaches, the styles you used, they are very wonderful ones. One last thing is that especially the editing one, as you all know, that it needs time as well as the way of providing lesson on editing. It should be first introducing the tools, where the tools are found, the basic tools. So it should go in an organized manner instead of going directly to the editing one. So that's what I have, and more time has to be given for the editing part. And that's what I have. Above all, thank you very much for creating this opportunity. It's a wonderful training. That's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fitsum. It's really well appreciated, and we are very pleased that this was useful. And frankly, I am really impressed by what you came up with after these 4 days. So really, congratulations again to all of you, really. So we are pleased to, please, I ask, please, do fill in also the post-test because we would like to see what is the learning that you gained during this course. Please also, please do the evaluation form. They are all in the Google site. So we really would like to improve. And all your comments, you can continue commenting on the D groups, and we can continue the conversation so that we can really improve. So we will be in touch for sure. And for those who are willing, because not everybody submitted a video, remember that we are giving the possibility either to improve the video or to do a video until the 3rd week of January. So we haven't stopped here, so things continue. So if you are willing to continue, we expect you back the 3rd week of January. In the meantime, I wish you all my greatest greetings for the end of the year. I thank you again, and I thank you everybody behind the screen. And I look forward to discovering what you would have done in January. So all the best to all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And if you put your camera on, maybe we can take a group picture. That would be nice to have a group picture. Uloma and Francesco. Uloma, no, here we are. So, because it's really nice to, I really enjoyed the way it was so interactive and all the people, it was really great. So thank you. This is a really great team. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, everyone. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. You have been there all the time. I really loved it. You make us discover your environment. It was great.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, and Constance was, I really enjoyed being with all of you. It's really great. Thank you so much.
Thanks.